YouTube, I have some thoughts on my mind right now because I just, like, the other day I had this thought about, how I was listening to this motivational speech, I don't remember which, but it was basically about how we aren't getting our biological needs fulfilled by the society that we live in today because, like, we don't go hunt anymore. We don't sort of make our own food from scratch. We just go buy it at the supermarket. And a lot of these sort of innate things in us aren't being fulfilled because of this society that we live in, this consumer society. And the truth is that we aren't really built for this consumer society. We are just sort of adjusting to it, and we think that we can be adjusted. I'm not sure if we can or cannot. But I think that I was just reflecting upon it. Maybe this is why there's so much misery in the world. And the thing is that you can especially see it up north, up where, there's wealth and where there are societies, consumer societies, like industry and so on and so forth. This is, like, psychology, when we have studied, like, depression and stuff, or happiness level or whatever, it's interesting to see that the most depression is where people should be living, happiest, because we have, food and security. But turns out that this is where people are the most depressed. And what's interesting to think about then is that maybe we're not built for this kind of society. Like, so, excuse saying this, but people in Africa seem to be happier than people up north, and that should be the opposite, but it's not. And I think that might be because in Africa people are living more naturally. Like, there's not all of this technology, or like I'm not saying that all of Africa is, poor, but the poor part is what I'm talking about, where there isn't much technology and where they don't have all this stuff that we have that we think is going to make us happy, but it obviously isn't making us happy, or at least most people, I suppose. And I just thought, that was just my brother. I wonder if I would be happy if I just moved into a tribe. I know that sounds fucking retarded, like, I sound insane. But it was interesting. We also started talking about this in English, how maybe we are so unhappy because we aren't living naturally. We aren't living as we did before. Like, depression probably wasn't even a thing in Stone Age, or maybe it was, but it wasn't really, because we were so busy trying to survive. And now it's like we have all this time, and what are we going to use this time for? To create pain for ourselves. Yay! Yeah, that is basically what we do up north, because we have all these things that's supposed to make us happy, but I think that too much happiness makes you, we need the good and the bad, so if we have too much that can make us happy, we find something shallow, sort of, to be bad, like, mental illnesses, like mental stuff. I'm not saying that mental illnesses aren't real, because I'm pretty sure that I have some myself, but I do not want to go get diagnosed. I was actually, I'm not gonna say that on YouTube, but I don't dare go get diagnosed, because I'm sure I have some kind of mental illness, but I think I'll live pretty well without knowing it, because sometimes I think that if I did get diagnosed, it would make the problem worse, because I would, justify things with that, and I don't need that in my life, because I'd use it as an excuse, and I don't need that. Anyways, because if I lived in a tribe, say I lived in a tribe, or I moved to a tribe, we wouldn't go to these jobs where we just sit at a desk and, write on our computer, do things we don't really love to do. Like, I don't love writing essays, I don't love all of this school stuff, although I like learning about stuff, but I don't love writing essays, I don't love all these, really academic things, really, but I'm doing it because I want a good future. I want to, have a good job in the future, a good career. So I sort of have to do that. And, but if I went and lived in a tribe, I would have to, hunt. I would have to do things that biologically are innate in us, like survival things. And I would, you know, I would do things because I had to survive. Like, I'm not doing the school stuff because I have to survive. It's more just because I want to be financially secure in the future. And, you know, if I lived in a tribe, maybe I would be happier. It's an interesting question to reflect upon, because it's interesting to think of. If me and you lived in a tribe, or if we lived a bit more naturally, like, maybe we'd be happier, or maybe not. Like, some people are completely content with the life we have now, like in this consumer society with technology. Like, I'm pretty content, but like we have, like, it's just so unnatural in a sense. Or is it unnatural? You know, define unnatural. Because maybe this was just destined to happen. Maybe, I mean, we made all the stuff we made from nature, so I remember thinking about this when I was a child, like, how can anything be unnatural when everything is essentially made from natural stuff? So, I don't know, it's interesting to think about. Would we be happier if we lived in a tribe? Would we not? Would we? I don't know. There's no direct answer for this, but I hope you get the point of what I was trying to say, that, like, a lot of our biological satisfactions aren't being met because we could just go buy a finished meal at the supermarket, or, you know, all these supermarkets that are coming up. I find that Norway is starting soon to, like, get these big, huge supermarkets that are in Canada and America and all that shit, or all that stuff. I'm sorry. But, like, should we live in a tribe? Like, how can people say, like, you know how some people almost force tribes to, like, sort of, like, enter our society? There's a reason why the tribe doesn't want to enter our society. Maybe they see things that we don't see, if they've even seen our society. Like, some haven't even seen it. But, like, there's people who have gone out of the tribe and then gone back into the tribe, and there's a reason for it. And, I'm just fucking up my nails. But it's interesting. I want to start a little discussion in the comments if anyone is interested in discussing it, because, you know, it's interesting to think about, and I don't really have much more to say. I feel like I do, but I can't really say it in a good way, so I don't know. Okay, bye!